Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I got a couple stories to share with you, including this one from Finance Feeds titled, Ripple CEO has plans to hire hundreds after blockbuster year. Now, if you've been in the XRP community for a while, you may be aware of perhaps the overuse of the phrase, flip the switch. That's the quote, flip the switch. It's this idea that suddenly, out of nowhere, there's going to be such crazy adoption of Ripple's on-demand liquidity and RippleNet. It's just going to send the price of XRP shooting straight up to the moon. It's going to be happy days. Everybody doing their stupid little happy dances with their stupid little smiling faces. And then every bank and financial institution on the planet just automatically switches either immediately over a span of days or a couple weeks, whatever it is. Everything just switches over. That's the flip the switch thing, and the price is just going to rocket. I'd like to talk about this concept. I haven't talked about it in a hot minute, but given the nature of what's being discussed in this article, I thought it'd be worth sharing a few thoughts on that. I've also got this story from the same outlet titled SEC vs. Ripple got XRP delisted, but Jed McCaleb sold $2 billion in 2021. Double standard question mark, which is why my inflection goes up like this. Yeah. Well, I'm going to share with you a couple thoughts on that as well, because Jed McCaleb's behavior regarding his sales of XRP, it's a bit strange, a bit peculiar. But I do want to be clear at the outset, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I'm not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And so, while XRP being broadly adopted as a bridge currency via on-demand liquidity has nothing to do with whether or not it is a security or not. Because look, just because there's a company that had such a vision and implemented it, and even if it ends up having a truly impactful results globally in a very positive way, even if that's the case, that has no bearing on whether or not something is or is not a security. It goes back to the four-pronged Howey test. There has to be an investment of money with the expectations of profit, and there has to be common enterprise, and all in the efforts of others. That's what we're talking about. So, just because there's a developer building on top of the ledger, if their vision for the Internet of Value comes true and XRP is widely adopted as a bridge currency, that has nothing to do with whether or not this is a security, just to be super duper clear. But look, it is true that the implications for XRP price appreciation may be staggering due to this particular use case. That's still true. That is true. I don't believe in a flip the switch moment. Like I said, in which the floodgates open and in a single day or short period of time, XRP jumps from like $1 to $100. That's not how this works. Because understand, it's the price of XRP. It's whatever humans decide it is. There's not some sort of algorithm or adoption. It's not like, oh, there's X amount of adoption for XRP for this use case or other, so on and so forth. No, that's not how it works. People will look at XRP and consider a number of things. I think in a mature market, including the ways in which it's being used, I think utility will sufficiently matter, but it's still going to be people that are determining what the price is. The fact that they're buying and selling, you got to understand, the fact that people are buying and selling XRP, that's what creates the liquidity, frankly. Like that is. And so if people are trading XRP heavily, then it can be used for on-demand liquidity. Then XRP can be used as a bridge currency. It's not XRP is being used as a bridge currency and then the price goes up and more people trade. No. That's exactly backwards. You have to have people trading it first so that there's liquidity. Then it can get used for that use case. And so this idea of XRP jumping up quickly, insanely in price, like today it's around $1, over $1 right now. And, not that it can't hit $100. I'm not making a price prediction. That's not the point of this comment. That's not why I'm saying this. And I don't make price predictions anyway. But some people anyway, do have this, I'd say, flawed interpretation of like how this is going to unfold. And I don't mean to sound rude. We're all entitled to our opinions, and I love diversity of thought. So you can tell me I'm wrong and articulate your reason. I don't get offended by people having ideas that are differently than my own. I just appreciate it, if everybody's going to be an adult about it in the way that we're communicating. But I do think that idea is wrong. I just think it's a misunderstanding of what drives price. And so, yeah, this idea of XRP going from $1 to $100, and the majority of financial institutions and banks the world over just begin using it basically instantaneously, as if Ripple could even onboard like over 11,000 financial institutions in that short order. That's completely absurd also. But I do believe in substantial growth over time. And so, look, there can be an exponential increase in the trading and liquidity of XRP as the public increasingly becomes aware of on-demand liquidity success, which in turn drives even more trading and more liquidity, with price dramatically trending upward as a result. So look, I'm not saying you can't have an exponential increase both in price and actual adoption of on-demand liquidity, but this idea of flip the switch, the way I've seen it articulated by a number of people over the last several years, I don't think that's I don't think that's realistic. I just don't. And I'm a mega optimist. I'm Mr. XRP bull here. Excuse me. And so I do recognize the importance of all of this, certainly. But again, humans will speculate on just about anything. And it will always be humans that decide what the price of XRP is, not some sort of algorithm. And I think there may be tremendous upside. But it's also true the entire asset class must mature, as currently speculators aren't sufficiently considering the differences of one cryptocurrency to the next. And so, like, we're sitting here talking about how utility is going to do this or that, and I'm just like, the rest of the people in the space don't care. Like, maybe we care. I do care about utility. But, part of this is going to require sufficient maturation of the asset class, and that's just a matter of fact. But even so, we can see the direction that this is heading. And I do think this can be a very big deal. So don't misunderstand me just because I'm not one of the flip the switch people, and I'm not. I think it's a silly idea. I still think that, my gosh, the opportunity here and what it could do in terms of impacting the price of XRP, I do think that's big. And I'm just talking about this. Now, there are other factors, there are other use cases that absolutely will have perhaps even equally big impacts on the price of XRP over time, but that's not the purpose of this video. I wanted to talk about this one. And so here's the headline from Finance Feeds. Ripple CEO has plans to hire hundreds after blockbuster year. Ripple is on a roll. The blockchain specialist continues to expand its footprint across the globe with new institutional partners and new products powered by XRP, all while in the middle of a make-or-break lawsuit with the SEC. To face the exploding demand for its blockchain solutions and the firm's big plans for XRP, Ripple will be looking to add a few hundred people to its ranks, according to Chief Executive Officer Brad Garlinghouse. And here's a tweet. Great to catch up with you, Dan Murphy. Despite regulatory headwinds in the U.S., Ripple has had a blockbuster year with on-demand liquidity expansion and meme attraction, and we are gearing up to hire a few hundred people next year to fuel our growth. And so we are seeing real-world adoption of on-demand liquidity. So as long as we continue to see that, there's reason to be positive, regarding the idea of XRP being positioned as a bridge currency. And if we stop seeing that, then we're like, okay, well, maybe this particular use case for XRP isn't going to pan out, in which case we'll have a discussion about it. But XRP is still getting used for a bunch of other stuff, and it's incredible for payments. So, it's not necessarily the end-all be-all. It's just the most popular use case for XRP at this most well-known at this point in time. I think it's fair to say. Now into this next topic. Oh, Jed McCaleb. This is the guy that came up with the idea of XRP, and I'm glad he did. I'm very grateful for that. But look, he had billions and billions of XRP currently, and this is a website that shows his current balance, just pulls it directly from the XRP ledger because it's public, of course. He currently has 700,911,634 XRP, and he hasn't sold any since what, if I'm reading this right, it looks like August 28th, somewhere there. Well, around there. Okay, that's a little off, but right around there. Yeah, within a few days of that. Maybe it's September 1st. But you get the idea. So he was selling and selling and selling as quickly as he possibly could, and then he just stopped right there. I don't know why, I'm not sure, but it's interesting, so I thought I'd highlight that. And also, there's this idea of a double standard, which is what this article covers. And so I wanted to read a few quotes that were included in this article. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but check this out. This is from attorney John Deaton. The SEC claims all XRP, even XRP traded in the secondary market, are securities. It claims Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson enriched themselves and seeks $1.3 billion. Yet, Ripple co-founder Jed McCaleb has sold more than $2 billion since the lawsuit was filed. Here's another one. XRP holders acquired XRP because they believed in the technology, not because of the CEO or founder. Their property has been frozen pending the outcome of the case. If the SEC truly believed what it's alleged, why are Ripple and its co-founder allowed to continue to sell? That's a pretty legitimate question. In particular, I'm even more curious about Jed McCaleb. He's the guy that came up with the idea for it. He's one of 3 humans on the planet that created XRP and the XRP ledger. Like what? Like what? I don't understand. Like I can understand why they're not going after David Schwartz. He didn't get any XRP. All the XRP that David Schwartz acquired, he actually bought on open markets. So that's rather different. Right? And then here's another quote: "If XRP traded in the secondary market let me restart that. I read that wrong. If XRP traded in the secondary market is an investment contract with Ripple, as the SEC claims, why didn't it seek a preliminary injunction to stop Ripple from continuing to sell? Why didn't it issue a cease and desist to others who weren't sued?" Good question. Well, the best answer I have is that the SEC is very inconsistent. They arbitrarily choose who to go after, who to prosecute. It's not an equal distribution of justice, and they're all asshats. So that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.